that sort of Easter in today's, environment, where on Easter, I took a long time for the message to spread that he is risen indeed. In today's days, something can spread worldwide in a matter of minutes and just things spreading all around. But even on the day of Easter, it's interesting, there are different reactions to what happened. And it was a shocking event, and seeing how it happened. And some people still couldn't really fathom what happened with it. My text is this gospel reading for the day from John chapter 20. And it involves several people. And first of all, it involves Mary. And Mary, and then we know from the other Gospels, Mary and some of the other women went very early, while it was still dark, they went to the tomb, and the stone had both been rolled away, and Jesus was gone. And we have Mary running back to tell some of the disciples that they've taken his body, they don't know where they put his body. And then we have in the passage, John and Peter running to the tomb. But Mary goes back, and she's in tears. And at first she doesn't even realize it's Jesus talking to her. She's in tears and just distressed about that. Mary had been following Jesus for over a year. Jesus had healed Mary, and then from that moment on, Mary became a devoted disciple of Jesus. She was there at the cross. She went to the tomb in the morning. But with the tragedy of seeing Jesus die on the cross, her first response wasn't, he rose, but where did you put the body? Where is the body of Jesus? Her thoughts and her emotions are just filled with tears. Sometimes people get disappointed. Have you ever been disappointed? All of us have been disappointed. But sometimes people get disappointed to such an extent that that's all they can see is their disappointment. They're shocked at something that happened. Maybe they're shocked at another person who let them down. And it's all that's in their heart and souls. And they don't realize something incredible is happening right before them. Mary doesn't realize Jesus is there until one thing happens. What does Jesus say to Mary that wakes her up and sort of says, he says her name, Mary. I don't know how he said it. But he said it in probably the way that he said it hundreds of times over the last couple of years. And Mary realized that's Jesus talking to her. She couldn't see him through the tears. But Jesus called her by name. That's one thing that God always does. God calls people by name. I love the name in the Old Testament where God says, I'm the God of Abraham, I'm the God of Isaac, and I'm the God of Jacob. And he has a relationship with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God doesn't look at himself, I'm the God of all these people, too fast to count. No, he says, I'm the God of you. He's the God of David. He's the God of Anthony. He's the God of prayer. Jesus calls us by name, and when we think about the tragedies and the disappointments, sometimes they can cause us to lose sight of listening to him. But the one thing when Jesus comes and he calls us by name, it's powerful. It reminds us that, no matter what's going on in your life, Jesus understands the situation and the complex issues of modern life. He's there. The second person, and who went to the tomb first. John and Peter went running for the tomb. John got there first, but he didn't go in, but Peter arrived a little bit later, and Peter, like he normally does, he goes storming into the tomb. He acts first and thinks second always. But Peter goes storming the tomb, and what does he see? He sees the cloth they put on Jesus' face. He sees the stuff they wrapped his body in, and he doesn't see a body. And then he leaves. We don't know what he was thinking. And I imagine Peter was a bit of mixed emotions running to the tomb, and then I bet he was worried about a first awkward talk with Jesus, because you know what? The last time Peter and Jesus saw each other, do you remember what it was? When they had the Lord's Supper on Holy Thursday, Jesus looked at Peter, and Peter said, I'm going to stick with you right to the end. Nobody can stop me. And Jesus looked at Peter and said, Peter, before the rooster crows tomorrow morning, you're going to deny me 3 times. You're going to tell people you don't even know me. And Peter said, no, I'm a tough guy. I'll die for you, Jesus. And they came and arrested Jesus that night, and Peter followed with the crowd. And in fact, when the trial was going on, there were people who came up to Peter and said, hey, you're a Galilean, I can tell by your accent. Weren't you one of Jesus' disciples? And Peter said, no, I'm not. I don't know the guy. Again, somebody asked him the same question, aren't you one of Jesus' disciples? No, I don't know who he is. And the third time, somebody asked him that same question. Peter swore up and down, never seen the guy, don't know him, you don't know what you're talking about. And then he remembered what Jesus said. And Jesus looked over at him from a distance. They made eye contact. And what happened to Peter then? He broke down in tears. He remembered exactly what Jesus said, the one who knows everything. Have you ever let somebody really, really down? And you don't know what to say going up to them? You feel guilty. And sometimes people have guilt, sin, something that they just don't able to look Jesus in the face. And I think Peter had that in this situation because, it was something that, well, I really let Jesus down. I swore up and down I would do this and I didn't do it. I just let Jesus down. And, Jesus knew that was on Peter's heart. Because, if you read the next chapter, chapter 21 of John, what does Jesus do? He gets Peter alone, and they have their first time alone talking, and Jesus looks Peter in the eye and says, Peter, do you love me? Peter said, yeah, I love you. He asked him again, Peter, do you love me? I love you more than anybody else, more than anything or anybody. And the third time, Jesus asked Peter, Peter, do you love me? And now Peter began to sweat. Why he asked me this again and again and again. He said, Jesus, you know everything, and you know I love you. And Jesus responded, as he did all the time, feed my sheep, take care of my lives. Be the person I've called you to be. Jesus wanted Peter to know, I know the depths of your sin, your failure. And that's the reason I went to the cross. Sometimes I've met people who say, well, I don't think God can forgive what I've done. And God knows everything any of us have ever done. And that's the reason Jesus went to the cross. For your sins, for mine, for your failures, for my failures. That's why we call it Amazing Grace. The third person who went to the tomb that we have in this passage is John. And John never says himself by name. I love how he describes himself throughout the Gospel of John. He always describes himself as the disciple who Jesus loved. Isn't that a great way of describing yourself? I'm the one who Jesus loved. Parents, if your kids look at you that way, I'm the one my mom really loves, or dad. Isn't that a great way of picturing yourself and your self-image? Hey, I'm the disciple Jesus loved. And that's the way that John looked at himself. And you know what? When he got to the tomb, he was the only disciple who stayed at the cross. And he got to the tomb, and he said he went into the tomb, he saw the linens and the cloths there, and what did he say? I believed. He knew the love and the power just getting a glimpse of the eternal plans of God. But above and beyond anything else, he knew Jesus loved him. You know, that's a great thing to have in your life. You take a shower in the morning, you come out of the shower, in our bathroom, there's a big mirror in front of us. You know, you look at yourself, you comb your hair towel off, get dry. You look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Do you know what the one thing is, you know, you say, I don't know, gray going around the sides of my ears, hair start to turn gray a little bit. But what God wants you to see is somebody Jesus loves. More than you know, more than you realize. Do you know what? If you start that day looking in the mirror and say, you know what, there's somebody Jesus loves, you're going to have a great day. And that's the way that John lived his life, and I think that's the way that God wants us to live ours, knowing the love of God, the love of Jesus. I remember back in, I was from Chicago, and when I was close to the University of Chicago, they had one of the foremost theologians come and give a lecture at Rockefeller Chapel there. I remember, and this one professor asked this distinguished theologian, what's the greatest truth of the Bible as you've come to understand it? And the professor replied, well, it's simple. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. You know, the simple little song. But that's what John lived and knew in his heart and his soul. You know, the fourth person, I was just thinking about this and reading through this. As it goes on and they go back and Jesus appears Sunday night to the disciples and they're all excited. But remember, there was one disciple who wasn't there on Sunday evening, and that was Thomas. And Thomas, they tell him the next day, we saw Jesus, and Thomas's reply was, I'm not going to believe it unless I put my fingers in the holes in his hand, shove my hand in his side where they put the spear in. I'm not going to believe he rose from the grave. You know, I think Thomas had reached the point of just despondency and despair. He had just given up. And sometimes we meet people who have just given up. They don't want to hear it. And sometimes, I've met people just wallowing in self-pity. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever done it yourself? The next Sunday, the Sunday after Easter, Jesus appears to Thomas and walks up to him like this, shows the holes in his hand. All right, Thomas, here are my hands. Put your fingers in the holes. Look at the side and shove your hand in there. And Thomas didn't do a thing. All he could say was, my Lord and my God. The other thing Jesus does, and when people just get wallowing in doubt and depression and just doing that, the one thing is Jesus wants to get them going and get them going up. I remember a story I heard, it's from Walter Reed Hospital, and it was about a soldier who stepped on a landmine in Afghanistan about 10 years ago. And what happened is the mine just blew up. He lost both his legs. Both his legs were amputated just above the knee. And he woke up in a hospital bed and realized he didn't have any legs. And he wasn't thankful for being alive. He was just disgusted that he had no legs. And he wouldn't talk to anybody. He was totally depressed. Just days he was starting to heal up, but he didn't want to get out of bed. He didn't want to do anything. He just lay there in bed. And there's this one guy who worked in the hospital as sort of an orderly. He came around each and every day and he played the harmonica. He would sit down sometimes on the side of the bed, play a song for him, then he'd go to somebody else in the ward, play a song for them, just go all throughout the ward. And one day he was playing, he played him a song, and the guy had this pale look on his face, didn't want to smile or anything. He said, hey buddy, am I bothering you, or do you want me to come, or do you want me to get lost and never come back again? And the guy said, no, you play pretty good, you can stay, keep coming back. So he kept coming back. About 4 days later, he was playing the song. This one, his song, he had a lot of energy. So he got up and started dancing while he played the harmonica. And the guy looked at him dancing and playing the harmonica and said, guy, you're a great harmonica player, but you're the worst dancer I've ever seen in my life. And he said, you think so? And he said, well, I'm handicapped a little bit. He lifted up his pant legs and there was 2 artificial legs on his legs. And you know what? That snapped that guy out of his fucking depression. Because he realized that, you know what? I may never walk perfectly, but I can be a lousy dancer. Jesus takes people who are in despair and loss. He takes people who are angry or disappointed. He takes people who are burdened down with sin and failure. He takes people who know they are loved. He takes you, he takes me. Easter is like getting a text. Anything's possible. You know, I talked to the kids in the children's circuit about slam dunking. I have never been close to slam dunking, but I've dreamed about it. I think in heaven I'm going to be able to do it. You know that? Everything's possible. Or on the moon. You know what? The moon has 1/6 gravity. Then my 10-inch vertical jump will be 60 inches. You know? I mean, if I'm playing it, doing it on moon gravity, I could go that high. But Easter is God's way of saying, in any and every situation, nothing's impossible for me. And my grace, my love,